This music kind of heat. I hope it's not copyrighted. If it is, rip. That probably is. Rip. But I put on my own music. That's how Outriders got me on their stream. They were like, yeah, we're gonna have some nice intro music leading into the stream. Thinking this nice chill, royalty-free lo-fi. Nope. Copyright claim. Like the stream starts in 11 minutes, 18 seconds. Good morning, Hot News Hero. How you doing today, my friend? It is very early for me. I was hoping this would be like a afternoon stream. When I saw CD Projekt Red were doing this, I was like, when I looked up what the time zone was for Central, I was like, ooh, that's 10 in the morning. Ooh. Appreciate everyone that follows me that is waking up this early to just hang out. Good morning, Fallen. Welcome to the stream. What's up, 89? It's 6 for you. Oh my God, rip. I'm so sorry. Here I am complaining that I had to be up at 10 a.m. Like I was up anyway. Like I was up editing videos. But it's still early for me to be streaming. What's up, Ja? How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Salutations, everybody. How's it going on this fine Tuesday? You working right now? Anything support? I appreciate it. Wake and bake session. Oh, there you go. Hi from Germany. What's up, Benny? Yeah, time zones are probably all over the place for everybody, so I should probably stop complaining about having to stream at 10 o'clock in the morning. After all, there are people that are literally at work right now, and my actual job is to just be here in my underwear, watching CD Projekt Red stream something on Twitch. So I should probably stop complaining. It could always be worse. Still though, 10 a.m. is kind of early for a stream. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And this isn't even a game that I play. It's 1450. Oh yeah, you're fine. I literally don't even play this game, and I'm up. That's how dedicated I am to my craft. I don't even play this game. I've never played this game. I've never bought this game. But here I am, providing coverage. Because this is a news / let's play / streaming channel. And I like to cover stuff. Yeah, I've been following the CD Projekt Red Cyberpunk story for a while. I think it's actually a really important case study that could potentially shape and has been kind of shaping kind of where gaming goes in the future. And I think just as someone who's a gamer, but also now someone as a content creator, I think it's important to keep tabs on what CD Projekt Red is doing, because I'm going to be curious what the long-term effects of that launch are going to be for the company as well as the game. Like, as far as I know, Cyberpunk still made a profit, a significant profit. You know, even if you factor in the losses that they took from their stock prices, as well as their refunds, pretty sure when we add all that up, they still ended up making a profit off the game. So I'll be curious to see how this shapes CD Projekt Red's endeavors in the future. Are gamers willing to forgive and forget? Is this going to affect their next project? This all be very interesting, because we saw since around the time and since CD Projekt Red had their relatively failed launch of Cyberpunk, we've seen other game companies release games that are unfinished at full price, without, of course, offering refunds, unlike what CD Projekt Red did. And it seems to be game companies are settling into a position where they're okay with releasing a game that's not finished at full price, but they're seeming to be mindful of the limit that they're just trying to gauge to see how much they can get away with. We got our favorite spammer in the building. What's up, Love Face? And goodbye. Yep, this is a weekly thing. Compared to most dumpster fire, this one is slowly going down. Yeah, you know, they made their grand apologies and everything. They've taken a lot of time in between updates, so we'll see if they learned anything. Game definitely has potential. Let's hope it doesn't have too much bugs like Avengers. Yeah, well, that's why I'm curious. So I'm pretty sure they're just here to announce the launch of the new gen versions of the game. Pretty sure it leaked already, or it went up early. I saw Paul Tassi covering it. Love Face, Love Sadat, apparently. What's up, Criminal Logic? You'll definitely get it on PS5. Yeah, I'm still not gonna buy the game, because I've had enough of buying games at full price that aren't finished. But I will be curious to see how successful this new gen launch is. You know, how many people are going to buy it? Is it functioning properly? You know, have the bugs been ironed out? I'll be very curious to see what happens with it. Looks like we're 4 minutes away. It's a shame. This music is hot, but I cannot risk it. Did they announce that this will have PS5 upgrades? Did they before? Is it working as intended? Let me look that up right now, actually, while I'm here. They'll probably announce it today, but just out of curiosity. Punk 3 PS5. Yep. Looks like they did announce that that PS5 and Series XS will be a free upgrade for everyone who purchased a copy of the respective PS4 and Xbox One editions. And they confirmed, this was from an article that confirmed they would be releasing it in early 2022, which they did. Early 2022. It is February 15th, so early 2022. Shoot it a word. What's up, Nostalgia Bro? How you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. What's up, Afro Zen? The Seafood is the best game out right now. I'm hearing great things about it, but I'm personally waiting for the price to go down. I'm not trying to spend $40 on Sifu after I wasted $60 on Dying Light 2, and then I just dropped $80 on Horizon Forbidden West Deluxe Edition. You're able to get Cyberpunk on PS4 for $4, but you're not going to play it until you get a PS5. That's fair. That's pretty good then. $4 for the original, and whenever you get a PS5, free upgrade. What's up, C. Jackson? Hitting their milestones is good. They ditched the multiplayer for it. Rip. Yeah. Yeah, I did not get the original on PS4. So I would have to pay for the upgrade unless I wanted to buy the PS4 just to do the free upgrade. But I'm not gonna do it regardless. I'm just not interested in playing it anymore. But I will definitely see what they're talking about. See if it's any good. You shouldn't have let Aqua convince you to buy Dying Light 2. You're absolutely right. I should have stuck to my guns because I was following Dying Light 2. I knew there were potentially problems with the game. I was following it for a month, and I was like, okay, I'm seeing some red flags. But you know, Aqua was like, oh yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. And I was like, but in my mind I was like, okay, if they don't give me a key for the game, I'm just going to skip it. But you know, I was like, you know what? Well, I'm here. I'm hearing like it's not a disaster. Why not? It's a Friday. I'll give it a shot. Horrible mistake. Should have trusted my gut. What's up, Joey? You beat Cyberpunk on PC. It was amazing. Wait for the overhaul to replay it as another character. Yeah, from everything I've heard, for people that actually got to finish the game, you know, that didn't have all these crazy bugs, they said it was a really good game. The whole problem was that it just didn't work for a lot of people. That was always the issue. It'll be better 3 years from now. Probably. That's kind of like a good thing to go by in gaming. You know, if you're not sure about a title, just wait a while. It ain't going nowhere. All right, here we go. You guys want full screen or you want to see the chat? Let me know. It's in Tiny Tina's Wonderland. That's it. Full screen. All right, yeah. I don't need to see the chat. I'm guessing this is the next gen version.
Whoa! Think fleas like you just get in for free?
What's up with Black King?
You got VIP rooms here? You know, for private shindigs?
Reserved for the boss and co.
Think he could use a little more company? Hmm?
Don't try to play me.
I'm guessing they're going to show Xbox next.
Or your ass is walking.
Just chill, all right? Here.
Looks okay. Not seeing any frame drops. So nothing too crazy is going on. Good that it's also not edited footage. You know, Dying Light 2 was, they would show you some gameplay, but it would be heavily clipped, and you know, you didn't see it like in 2-3 second bursts. This one, no, just walking through it. All right, they switched to Series S.
Sweet Jesus, you hear that? Do you hear what they're playing?
Each to their own, Johnny.
That's what peeps with bad taste always say. Don't know what he did to deserve what's coming, but his music taste is reason enough to
Yeah, I knew. So this is the Xbox Series S version of the game. We just saw the PS5 before.
all good.
That's true, Joey.
Music in here is god awful.
Well, to be fair, they didn't show console
it.
footage before
Beat keeps me awake.
launch. They showed high-end
Wanna
PC
have a word with
footage
your boss?
before.
Ian?
They were hiding the console footage before
He doesn't
launch.
really like to talk.
I don't care if he likes to talk. I asked you if he was here.
Sure, he's upstairs in the VIP room. Just don't expect a friendly welcome.
You forgot Keanu was in this? I will never forget Keanu was in anything.
Fuck
He is
you
breathtaking.
going. VIP areas for VIPs.
No, the boss, we're tight.
Boss
Language.
knows a lot of peeps. Sure as shit ain't tight with a single one.
Yeah, but
But
What is that?
Boss said to let nobody in. Wants some alone time. So cut the act.
Turn around or shit gets ugly.
Yeah. Do not want that smoke. All right, some more menus. Doing a bit of hacking. Okay. This Big Shirley from Martin. She should hook up with Abby from The Last of Us. They make a cute couple.
How'd you get in here?
quiet down, or I'll have to cut our convo short.
Oh, I get it. Got a bounty on my head, have I? Who hired you? Militech? Asukaga? Or was it that wanker, Dino?
This is
Sit
the
down,
Series
Jack.
X now.
I'm extending a fucking courtesy here. The fact that you're still alive means I'm open to parley.
We consider making your intro
Parley
and
fool,
short
go fuck
smaller.
yourself. Chit chats for assholes. So let's get it over and done with. You versus me.
Oh,
Come
Lady
on.
D.
Say you win. Say you put me out of commission. You think your problems will just vanish?
I
into
consider
thin
making
air?
my intro and short
You crawled
shorter.
under a lot of people's skin. Said so yourself.
I don't use an
Why is
intro
that?
in my
Asukaga?
YouTube shorts. I
No.
don't think.
They won't stop till your head falls at their feet.
So what? I'm supposed to blow
You mean
my
my
fucking brains
my
out?
actual intro, or you talk
No.
about my
All you have to
introduction,
do
my
is say the United
introductory,
States. I'll tell him you took lead between the
spiel,
eyes and
my
none will be the wiser.
my
You can start
catchphrase.
over. A brand new life.
Yeah?
So is this
Start
new
with what?
content? Yeah, this is
Everything I
the
got's here.
this is the new
My
gen
club,
version
staff, my
of the
girls.
game.
And everyone who wants you dead.
They've
This isn't a
shown
multiple
PS5,
fucking choice.
Series X,
You're
and
living
Series
on
S.
borrowed time.
Shit. Motherfucking bleeding cunt asshole.
Was that a yes or a no?
Just piss off and tell him the job's done.
Yeah, now that I'm going to be doing more shorts, I'm working on condensing as much information as possible. I'm even thinking of doing like a review series for games in short form. They really love the swearing. Yes, they do. So it's a new update today. Yeah, pretty sure Paul Tassi found that they already had the Xbox version ready to go this morning. So I think this is pretty confident this is the official announcement stream that they're saying it's launching today. This is just a showcase of what it looks like
I see you were following.
on all the new gen versions. They started with PlayStation 5, then they moved to the Series S, and now they're on the Series X. Looks good. Yeah, this is supposed to be dropping today. I'm guessing like after they're finished showing off this footage, they're going to give an announcement that available right now. Go to the store and all the other details. I think that so this is going to be free if you bought the old gen versions. You get a free upgrade. And then they'll have the price if you haven't. Cyberlags 2022. We got some combat now. I mean, looks fine to me so far.
You got? Got me.
If it's like other game upgrades, you just go to your respective store, and it should be there for you to download or buy. What's up, Donna?
Yo, piss on me.
Ooh, get him. Get him. Ooh. Guessing that one hurt. What's up, Bobo? Cyberbug. Yeah, they're showing off the new gen upgrade people have been waiting for. Looks bug free so far, but you know, I don't think they would show us footage with bugs in it, but I mean, they've showed us all the platforms, continuous gameplay, no cuts.
Hello everyone, welcome to Red Streams 2.
Hello.
What you just saw was the first look at gameplay from next-gen consoles of Cyberpunk 2077, and if you would like to see some more, you can head to our YouTube channel soon to watch the whole gameplay from the next-gen consoles.
Oh yeah, all games definitely have bugs.
We will be talking to you today about patch 1.5 and next-gen update.
Yes, finally!
Yeah. But before we get into it, let's maybe introduce ourselves. So my name is Alicia, I'm a community manager. With me is Amelia, who's a senior community manager, and she's gonna be playing the game for us today.
Hello, everyone.
All right.
We also have Filip Marcinkowski, our gameplay QA.
Hello, my friends.
QA.
And Paweł Sasko, the quest director.
Yes, so as you know, I'm just a random dude with internet connection, but I'm really happy and excited to show you guys what we have in store.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well
and
said, creative.
We have
well said.
A lot of surprises prepared. So first of all, we're gonna be talking about patch 1.5 that is coming to all of the platforms that Cyberpunk is available at.
Exactly.
And it also brings the next-gen update for PS5 and Xbox Series S and X, as well as a few free DLCs on top of that.
Just a few.
Free DLCs
and we
too?
will basically walk through those.
All right.
Yes. So majority of the fixes and
you guys want to see chat now?
Features that you will see
that
in
we're not looking at
in
gameplay
this stream are coming to all of the available platforms. But the next gen upgrade obviously concerns the next gen platforms. Anyway,
yeah,
maybe we should just jump in and show you the changes that we prepared.
Okay.
Go.
Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. So as you guys see, like we heard online a lot of feedback regarding the perks, right? And everything surrounding that. So one of the works that we've been doing to actually completely redo it, rethink it, and look back.
Let me know, chat,
exactly
if anyone
like
is okay with me
actually do it better.
taking it out of full screen.
Ton of stuff that changed.
Bosses, they
exactly.
wants to
basically
see
we
the chat.
Reworked
Anyone else want to see the chat?
But the first thing you should notice here is that all of perks point are unassigned, and player, if you continue your playthrough on this patch, you are able to redistribute them once more, because our changes were so vast that we have to get all perks back to the player.
Okay, so when I load my save game, basically I need to go back and redistribute. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool. I just don't want to inconvenience everybody else.
Basic idea behind
but
our changes
everyone's cool.
in perks was to rebalance the game, the combat in game, to make it more fair, and as well as get rid of some not that useful perks we got. For example, this infamous perk about preventing detection underwater.
No, I
So
can
we-
adjust it.
So that was my favorite one. I was always using it, so
Yeah,
it's a pity it's
unfortunately, you were the only one.
gone. I was the only one that was using it. Okay.
As always.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll find a new favorite.
Yeah, so we scrap them and add some new that we find more interesting.
Okay. So I expect like that I can now basically make my like dildo build really effective, right? That's basically what you're going to tell me, Philip.
Yes. We
Like
we
the
make
interface of the
that your
upgrades.
dildo
Yeah, it looks
build
clean.
will be effective as never before.
Okay.
Oh,
So what
excellent.
other specific examples can we show our
Yeah.
viewers now?
For example, in cool perk trees, we've got ninjutsu instead of stealth.
Ninjutsu.
Here is the perk dagger dealer, and it reintroduced our throwing knife combat loop. But we will elaborate on this later. And this in this tree we've got this perk about being detected underwater.
Might be time to run the story back.
But now you have looking sharp perk that enhances throwing knives. Basically.
Looking sharp.
Yep.
Is their ninjutsu is just throwing knives? Okay.
And here we have cold blood.
Disappointing.
Perk tree, as you can see. And this is a perk blood swell. Previously, it gains only immunities for the player, like immunity for burning, poison, etc. And now we gave you a new ability to survive final blow. So if you think about it, you can build around that different playstyle, let's say. We encourage you to play more aggressive, to play fast, not to use covers. So it's opportunity to play like that.
Oh,
And-
I see. So basically, like now I can, as a player, I can
Imagine
really
doing
like
shadow clones, right?
try
That'd be fire.
completely different playstyle, so to say.
We need a
right? Like,
we need a new
just,
ninjutsu
you
game,
play in a different way, basically. With
like an
this
actual
game.
shinobi game.
Exactly. And I gave you only a few examples of our changes, but there's a lot more there, and I encourage you to check them, try them.
I mean, definitely, guys, when you boot up the game after 1.5, remember to check out the perks, check out what we changed,
Only no fire style.
what we rebalanced, and redistribute all your perks, because otherwise you can just get one shot by a random NPC.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
you-
were mentioning the throwing knives, and I think it's the time
Exactly.
to check it out. in
Ninja Gaiden,
action,
they need to bring that
so
back.
Yeah.
Equip
So-
one of those.
So basically, we make sure that you will no longer lose your knife once thrown.
No, but it looks
Okay,
good.
so how does
Shinobi
it work
Striker
exactly?
looks fire.
Like,
It works like a boomerang, let's say, because
Okay.
once you throw a knife, it get back to you. And
oh, okay. So it's like a classic cyber knife. I get it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this little circle in the middle shows us
Exactly.
how
That's
long
pretty
it
cool.
takes it to come back.
it's a cooldown for coming back, and it's different regardless of depending on rarity of the knife. So
Oh,
if you got legendary knife, it will come back faster.
Damn,
Yeah.
I had no idea. Okay, this is really
That's
awesome.
cool.
And this UI element, basically, that is appearing now at the center, right after
Ooh.
throwing the knife.
Yeah, it shows you when it get back, but
Yeah,
you
it's a
also
timer, basically, right?
it's a timer, yeah. But you can approach the knife you throw and get it back. So
Yeah, like-
it is this part that encourage you to play fast.
I
like
see. So
that.
I don't have to like wait for a knife to be back. I can just approach it and grab it, right? Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Really
if you,
nice.
if you combine perks from ninjutsu with cold blood, you can do it without harm, basically.
Okay, I think Amelia found some more dudes.
Boom, headshot.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not
but
seeing any
actually we
bugs
were
so far.
speaking about the knife throwing.
This is live
but
gameplay,
There are
I
also
think.
a lot of changes to the combat AI of NPCs in general. So would you guys like to elaborate on
Exactly.
that?
So they must
Yeah,
be pretty confident.
There's a lot of changes that makes AI in combat more effective, let's say. Enemies react better to player actions. They find covers more effectively. They exit them if we are flanking them. So it's hard to show examples here on our stream, but if you try the game, you will feel that there is a lot of changes in quality.
Yeah, and I really want to like in this point like just give a lot of credit to our gameplay team because they did a ton of small changes here to basically make the NPCs be more clever, be more effective
I'm about to
during
check that
combat,
out.
and we really like encourage you to just give it a shot, try it out, see what actually now NPCs can do, and how fluid the combat feels now.
Okay, sounds good. And I think those guys left some bikes, and nobody's here. I think
you wanna grab it or something?
Yeah, I wanna
Take
take
the
this
one, the yellow
I wanna
one.
take this one. Yellow?
Yellow,
Okay,
please.
let's take yellow.
You like
the
you're
yellow
like a
one for
hornet.
Philip.
We like
Alright.
yellow.
Still in the motorcycle.
Exactly.
Yeah. So here is a first change. We've got neon rims.
Definitely,
now.
definitely wait for
In every
reviews
bike in the game.
for sure.
We've got
Yeah,
neon
so
rims.
Wait for player feedback.
It's basically a small add-on, so to say. But how do you actually cycle through that, Amelia? How did you enable that?
So I pretty much pressed left stick on the controller, but if you play on your keyboard, you pretty much just press E and they will be on.
Beautiful.
So
Okay, cool.
in cars, E is for toggling lights, and on bikes you turn your neon rims on. Yeah, and
Okay,
it's a
we can do something more. I see with our.
Wait,
Yeah.
I haven't
I
seen
kind of want to see them fall through the map while riding
time
the
to,
motorcycle. I'm not gonna
talk
lie.
a little bit about driving
That'd be
model,
really funny.
because in 1.5 patch there is a lot of changes about driving model in our game.
Yeah, we can see what Amelia can do now.
Yeah, so here you can see a reworked burnout model.
You just
But
held on to the. You just held on to
you
it.
can do it more
Well,
easily.
now you're gonna have your
You
chance.
Have a little fun with burning out. It
Right,
works.
and I can do it on the cars and the motorcycles, right?
Yeah, every changes are about bikes and cars as well. So
Okay, you mentioned cars, and I have to.
It's modern
I
festive.
have to check it out.
Was it
yeah, and-
PvP?
and
Okay.
the driving model generally
I don't
is
do
more
PvP.
predictable.
I thought it was
The
like a
vehicles
PV. I
feel
thought it was like a
little bit
PVE
heavier.
game.
We make braking better. We simulate ABS, for example. Also, there is opportunity to perform
Used to crash
flips
if you go
when
too fast.
Take the corners.
They're
And
trying to teach you a
And I-
lesson
and I
about
feel
driving
like
safety.
The suspension also feels better in the cars
Yeah,
right now
and-
in 1.5.
Exactly, and suspension was added to the traffic cars as well, so you can observe that they moving on the suspension.
Okay, that's cool.
What I like the most is that each model of car feels and bike feels a little bit different, and it encouraged me to try different models and find the ones I like the most.
Yeah, someone
this is-
didn't like my car and just crashed it.
Yeah, I'll
But
pass.
this is definitely something for the community to try out for themselves and check out which car would
I'm
be
good
their
on
favorite,
PvP.
which would feel the best.
Cheaters.
But there's one thing I noticed that Amelia actually called a lot of vehicles and they landed in different places, so they don't crash at one place right now anymore.
What's up, Dread?
Yeah, I mean, so we
You're
know
not
that
feeling
it was
first
a bug,
person?
right? Like we know that it was a bug that needs addressing,
I was a-
and of course
I've been the
take
same
care
way,
of it,
but
so
I've gotten used to
finally
first-person
it works
games.
properly right now.
Yeah.
But I'm also seeing more changes actually right
Been playing a
now
lot of
when
Destiny
Amelia's
lately.
driving.
Yeah, one of the
I'm
First
over
person.
the first person
One of
thing.
the major improvements
For the most
is,
part.
is visibility in first-person perspective when we're driving a car. So
Yeah.
we tweak them, and now you can see the road in each model. So you can enjoy first-person view when driving and enjoy these beautiful dashboards that I
Exactly,
really
yeah,
really
beautiful
like.
interiors. Yeah, I remember. I think the Villa Fort was particularly
That chat is
bad
super
before,
toxic.
Yeah.
That I couldn't see
I mean,
shit
yeah, it's
from the
Twitch.
car. I also was
What
so
do you
low that
expect?
I felt like my ass is brushing the asphalt, literally.
Yeah.
So. So I'm glad that actually I can now enjoy it in first person, because before it was kind of challenging.
And you can switch to
drive
third
in
too. Okay, that's cool.
And
Yeah,
it was,
definitely.
it was a
Pretty
pity because this car was a reward from one of the mission, and
So you can
now
have
you can
first or
you can feel
third
it
if you're in the vehicle.
100%.
That's nice.
And
I
yeah,
like
and we
that.
can do the burnout, as we can see, do the donut as well in the cars, right?
Oh, I definitely need to try it once the
Yeah.
patch is live, because this looks freaking amazing. I wouldn't be
Yeah, a
able
lot
to do
they're
it in
charging
real
people
life,
for the
but here-
upgrade.
Maybe
Nice.
it's,
You should
To be
try,
fair,
you
it's
should try.
it's a free
it's
upgrade
safer
if you
this way
bought
to not
the
do it in real
previous
life.
gen version.
maybe one day.
I mean,
will show you-
I get
will show
I
you
get the
later.
sentiment. I get the
I
sentiment.
talk to the dudes by my window, because people
You're
do
saying
exactly
that
that
as a
reward
compensation,
stuff.
further
Hey,
compensation. It should be free for everybody.
But we have also done more changes, you know, when it comes to the crowds and traffic in general, right?
Yeah.
Yes. The AI.
I've been loving
we
Destiny.
make the city more
I haven't spent any money on it
let's
yet,
say that.
but it's really fun.
For example, we introduced aggressive crowds. Crowds that can react to your action, your aggressive action. And here you can see that one of the crowd starts shooting at you.
What's up, DeVilles? Welcome to the stream.
Gun at the crowd.
They actually aggroed some of the normal
bouncers.
Of the bouncers of the club.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
It's a pretty cool thing. Like, just it brings up a bit more reactivity and life to the city. The fact that like some of the crowds, some of the people are actually armed, and they may decide to actually attack you at the moment when you like threaten them in some ways.
Yeah. And here you can see that animation of running is more, more smooth, let's say.
It's totally free if you already had the previous version.
Running crowds no longer on stream when you turn camera away.
Yeah, like they don't disappear, they don't despawn basically when you like make a 360 basically. This is what you're saying.
It was amazing.
Right?
We could actually see them running the other way from you once we went further than them.
So violent.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And also we introduced changes in crowds, but also in traffic. So we've got.
Oh, okay. So let's look at.
You're waiting for an actual sequel. I feel you.
We call it panic driving, and basically we do the same as with crowds. So drivers can react to players' actions. They can drive away from the player if you are aggressive towards them.
They haven't announced yet.
That's an example.
But
just
I'm
like
pretty sure it's going to launch today.
Following us.
Yeah.
But
okay, I need more cars, guys. I need more cars.
Yeah, exactly.
But they haven't told us yet.
We can showcase something else, right?
They've just been showing all the features so far.
Cycle. Oh, you can't skip time because you're in combat. Yeah, you need to get away.
Let's go.
No, I'm just gonna.
Wilson Fisk.
Kill 'em all.
What, in Cyberpunk?
You're aggro. But
you mean like a crossover?
What we've introduced is like the fact that right now when you cycle through the time, which I think Amelia actually can do right now,
yes,
is that the crowds will actually change. And here you have one of our quality of life improvements.
Yeah, we redesigned the UI of the skip time mechanic, so you can now more clearly see which time you will be skipping to.
And you don't have to do the math, which hour will be when you skip.
Probably not buying Witch Queen
hours forward.
Yeah, so
unless somebody wants to buy it for me,
the middle of the day, and
as a donation.
The streets are actually more full than they were
I am enjoying
the night.
the free-to-play Destiny experience.
Oh wow, this bye just drove over that guy.
Cyberpunk update launched today with a demo.
Yes,
I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I saw Paul Tassi was talk about it earlier.
Panic driving, correct?
Yeah.
Or for Xbox.
Yeah, you can see this guy exactly like because we have started shooting, he decided fuck this shit. I'm moving away from here.
They have some salty language over at CD Projekt Red. Jesus.
They even crashed a little bit.
The drivers can crash into obstacles.
Oh yeah, looks good so far.
Lose consciousness in front of
smooth, good graphics, no bugs. Added some new features, cleaned up the UI.
Actually, I think like drive over pedestrians as well. That also happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, here you have an example of like that driver decided to get the hell out.
What's up, Jay Shotglass? Does it look too different?
I think this guy is.
I mean, I wasn't expecting it to look dramatically different.
Okay, Amelia, do you think maybe we've had enough of like mayhem in
the game itself looked pretty good when it came out.
Okay, I think it's whoa.
Oh, that's one of the examples actually when like during the panic driving they can actually drive on the pavement and drive on the pavement when and of course they can drive through the
the question is going to be the performance
when they try to get away from you. And you can also like I think what Philip mentioned that you can also like follow them and basically see nice. what those drivers do.
Okay, so
maybe it's just a Twitch downgrade.
I see Amelia
for sure. If you're watching this
to like find her way home,
your computer.
And we actually have a couple of changes on the map, like some new colors were added.
Yeah, so there's actually lots of like smaller quality improvements here that contribute to this picture. So first of all, of course, you know, the map in general was refreshed.
Yeah,
The
they're
icons were
only
replaced.
streaming this in
Now you
1080p.
actually very clearly see the side content
60.
from the main content.
Yeah, they're streaming in 1080p
Yeah,
60.
so the side content is now this this greenish hue, and the main quest, main gigs are still the yellow ones. So you can clearly see which ones are which.
Yeah, so basically the green color is
Let me guess, you played it on the
for
Xbox, Jay?
Yes, some gigs.
Exactly. Exactly. And
Cyberpunk.
Of course.
You can see here, like basically undiscovered gigs are just gigs. This is basically boosting a bit of a
Here to
sense
promote
of a
that filth.
discovery for you as a player. Okay, what it is. Before you could basically kind of tell, you know, what it is. Now, before you actually discover it, you don't know. But there is actually more.
Yeah, speaking of fixers, right now,
Yeah, they'll probably announce it today during the stream.
He has
It's
the
out.
counter of the gigs that can be completed for him, and besides that, we don't also get all of the gigs at once.
If they have a bug
from
on,
the fixers. So
they have a
we need
bug.
to earn
This
some
is what's so
standing
kind of
by
what's so
completing
thrilling.
some gigs for them before they can
The internet
give
will
us
literally
more
explode
of those.
if they run into like a significant
bug.
bug.
This overall feeling of me as a player, like SV in a mercenary night city, actually
It must be pretty
progressing,
stressful for the devs
when I'm actually like gaining
to
the street cred
to be
and
showing
gaining
this.
the experience in the city, doing the gigs and whatnot. I'm gaining that standing, as you can see, basically that reputation with a certain fixer. And basically more jobs, more interesting jobs actually unlock as you progress.
But they also have a reward for you once you complete all of the gigs for specific fixer, right?
Yes, that's true actually. So
Only big thing you
that
had was the
basically
game
is an
crashing every 2
encouragement,
hours.
for you as a player to actually try out. There are new
That's pretty big.
rewards that we have added, a completely custom, pretty cool rewards that we have added for you to try out basically. So that a fixer will basically contact you, and you know you will know what to do and how to get your reward from there. I guess we don't have to spoil more.
Yeah, and it's also worth mentioning that we added filters to the map, so you
Yes,
are not
that's true.
overwhelmed with all icons at the same time. You can filter through them.
Yes, and the filters were visible at the left corner of the map just a moment ago. So you can like cycle through
very
this
confident.
and basically see.
To be fair, so is Crystal Dynamics,
see, you know, all
and,
the side
well,
content, all the
we know what happened with that.
activities coming. So the white icons basically. So let's say vendors, or Ripper Dogs, or whatnot.
Those lives that happened on several live streams for Crystal Dynamics. In fact,
so it definitely declutters the map a
anything
lot,
can happen
so
on stream.
You can only see the most important things that you are looking for at the moment. Anyway, as we are heading to home, maybe we should sum up a little bit. Yes, because
I
we
wonder if they're in
mentioned some of the
performance
changes
mode.
that are coming with 1.5, the combat AI as well as crowd behavior and drivers.
I'm surprised
AI
I haven't heard anyone say
smarter. It's
ray
getting,
tracing yet.
It has more diverse reactions to
But
what
the day
he
is
does
still
in
young.
Night City. We
And
also have
driving model.
Yeah,
Don't forget about it.
Of course, that's very important. But also now we have working knife throwing, which actually brings the whole new playstyle to the game. We reworked a lot of perks and changed some stuff in the perk trees.
I have to mention one more thing. That not only combat is rebalanced, but also economy in the game.
So exaggerating. I mean, you gotta sell the game, right?
Bigger, you get more cash, and prices are also rebalanced. So, for example, vehicles
can't
are not
downplay
that
it.
expensive as in 1.3. So it's
Yeah.
easier to
What are you doing?
buy stuff. For
I'm
example.
watching
You
Red
don't have
streams
to
from
choose
CD
between
Projekt
them,
Red.
I
right?
can
What are
finally
you
get
doing?
that achievement then.
Yeah, exactly.
And while we
Exactly.
talk about
How you doing?
economy, I think Wilson has something for us, because, look at his store, it's like all red-ish.
Yeah.
Ale.
It looks like sale. Looks
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Wilson sale.
Wilson is having a first
Iron
sale.
Man,
It
that
seems
froze
that
their
the
entire
inflation
screen
has
and
hit
made
him
them in the
badly.
stream was the funniest thing
So
you've ever
you
seen.
can see here
Facts.
like a bunch of new decorations, of course. We have
CB3,
updated
thank
that
you so
bit.
much for the
So,
5.
what
CD
can I
Projekt Red has
expect from
addressed and
Wilson?
fixed more bugs in this
Well,
one
first
stream.
of all, let's
than the
just
devs
say
and
that
Marvel's
this
Avengers,
is actually
JK.
the first DLC
I appreciate
that
it,
we
my
are
friend.
introducing in 1.5.
Thank you for the support.
Clearly, we are adding some new stuff, and the new stuff are.
So pretty much, I sort
Witcher
of
3?
cheated
No, I haven't heard
before the
anything yet.
stream, and I already visited Wilson. I'm sorry. But I already bought like 2 new weapons, so it's the guillotine in Umbra. But they come in like different colors, different rarities, as you can see. But I think we can do a little magic. Skip time again.
Yes,
Hope for
so
the
basically-
restock.
So basically, he has 2 new rifles with different appearances. We've got new scopes and muzzle brakes.
I believe this
that
is just
enhances ricochet bullets.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, so we have handyman.
Okay, so how does his shop work? Because like I see that after actually skipping this time and actually waiting a bit, it seems that his stock has changed, right? And we see this like new label, right, on those icons that basically communicate to the player that this is a new stock. But how basically the store works?
This DLC is enabled at the basically at the beginning of
I want to
the
hear about ray
first act
tracing.
of the
That's
game.
that's all
You
I'm
have to
waiting
meet,
for.
Takemura.
Tell me about ray
at
tracing.
some diners.
Oh yeah,
And,
don't leave him hanging, basically.
Don't leave him, please. Not like in the memes.
Yeah.
And after this scene, we are informed by Wilson by text message that he has sailed, and when we are approaching him for the first time, he got most of the items from DLC, and when we visit him later on, it will be randomized. So
Yeah. And we can cheat that, as we see, like Amelia did, by simply skipping time, so he has time to restock on the guns and on the new stuff.
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh, okay. Oh, so that's guillotine, right?
Guillotine,
That's
right.
the guillotine.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
pretty sweet.
Okay. But
Pretty
you know,
sweet
like,
guillotine.
I don't
yeah,
wanna
I
shoot
think
him
that
here.
I think that our players can just like after getting the update, just have fun with it. And
Are they
just check
supposed to be
out. We
doing
don't have to
Witcher 4?
showcase everything.
Did they say they were?
We like to leave some secrets
Oh yeah, definitely.
undisclosed. Exactly.
Love it.
They're nice
So-
colors as well. So.
So you also can randomize them, cheat the time, like skip the time, and then you will get all of the new colors, like collect them all, right?
Yes.
As
And
we are
they were
moving-
not that expensive either, so you can afford
Yeah,
them.
as we are moving through the mega block, I just wanted to mention something. Like we have also done like one of the bigger quality of life improvements, which is actually option to reject holocalls. At the moment when anyone from actually side content in the game will call you, right now as a player you have an option to reject it. Before it was not possible, and in that case actually this given NPC will follow up with you with a custom text message. In case of actually bigger and more important NPCs, those will be more
Alright.
customized messages and so on. I will leave it for you to
Yeah,
discover.
probably makes sense that
what
they'll
was an important change for us.
talk about Witcher at another
It
time.
is actually in
They
settings
want to take
that you
away
can
focus
by
from
default reject some of the
Cyberpunk's
calls, like the police
next gen launch.
commissioner or something.
And CPD dispatcher,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
You
dispatcher.
can actually
Regina
set it to
calls.
muted.
That
by
chat is super toxic.
Exactly.
Okay,
Nothing
can I
like
go
this
home
one.
now?
I appreciate
yeah,
it.
I want some
We've done
rest.
enough.
Okay.
We try to keep it chill here.
You are
Busy
grounded.
day. It
Let's
was
go home.
busy day.
So what we have in the on the home then?
But they do have a lot more people in the
Well,
chat.
I think, oh yeah, that's something that we definitely want to show you.
with more
It's
people
being spoiled
comes
on
more
the screen
toxicity.
right now. So,
Not anymore.
not anymore. Basically, what we added is the ability to change your appearance mid-game
Exactly.
in the mirror in this apartment. So here we go. Change
Okay.
appearance.
But how does it work? So is it just it, right? Like, is there anything more to it?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we have all the options that were available to you before, like when it comes to hair color or makeup styles in the character creator. But we also added a bunch of new options for like hair or makeup and stuff like that. So as you can see now, we have a bunch of new colors. I think Amelia is gonna choose one of them because they're beautiful.
No
Yeah,
black
okay,
hairstyles.
just- yeah.
Before.
I see how it
Exactly.
is.
Show us some new ones. So this is one of the new ones, right? Like I don't
Yes,
remember
yes,
this
yes,
one.
yes.
Tell me one thing. Do we have red lipstick finally?
I
we have
will
that?
see.
Yes, we do. That's another one. That's another
Finally.
one.
Finally.
What's also cool that you can actually choose the style of your lipstick. So it's either glossy or
Or matte.
Or matte,
Matte,
definitely,
yeah.
yeah.
There you go.
Here you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
the
Red
beautiful
This is what I'm
red.
talking about.
Okay.
I think glossy is also my choice.
Horny devs? Okay.
that
And
would be something.
also we have so many new
Man said,
beautiful makeup options for your eyes. Oh, as you can see, Amelia is quickly
Really into
going through
lipstick.
them, but definitely you
Okay.
guys need to check them out. And they're not only available
Okay,
here in
homie.
the mirror, but you can also, like, if you decide to create the new character from the start, then it's also available in Character Creator at the beginning of the game, with an improved lighting. As we can see now, it's much more natural than it used to be.
Yes.
Okay.
For sure. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly go for hearts.
Oh,
Okay,
hearts on the
excellent.
cheeks, that's beautiful.
Yeah, we have also added like a small touch, like a more of like a narrative touch here. Basically, after changing it, you can see basically V looking at herself in the mirror. You know, just
Red lipstick is a
give
big
it
deal.
more of a feel. Okay, let's. Exactly.
No,
Actually,
guys,
doesn't
we
work.
need,
I think
we
you're
need to,
just
we need
supposed
you
to be
to show
excited
us
that
your own like
it's a
makeovers
new gen
after you have
and
the patch
presumably
downloaded,
works,
because
Sure, I will.
unlike the other
we're
one.
curious what we. I was talking
there's
to the
supposed to be
viewers, but
DLCs
yeah,
as well.
Philip, send.
Red lipstick. Red lipstick.
Exactly. Let's jump on it. Okay, but it's so that was basically a second DLC as
Yes.
far as I'm aware,
Yes.
right? Like, but that's not all, right? Like we
Yes, let's
also
go to
have
the
a
third one.
The
We
third
also
one
have
is
a
right
third one.
here.
and the third one is a pretty big one.
It's actually, you know, we've been talking about this makeover, and now we go to home makeovers.
Yes.
Okay.
Easy states.
Wait, are the DLCs literally
So
just
we have added
makeovers?
basically a new website in your computer on this apartment called Easy Estates, and here you have two different options, as I can see, for rent and
makeovers.
renovations and makeovers.
We're gonna
cosmetic
go for
DLCs?
makeovers first because our V just got makeover, so I think the flat also,
Wait, what?
you know,
like fit with
requires
her.
one, yeah, to fit the theme and all that stuff. And we have
and you-
6 options.
They're all
You
literally
know,
just
Amelia,
cosmetics.
which one would fit with the pink and
I
blue
don't
hair?
know. I don't
Okay.
know.
The pink flamingo one.
I thought,
Flamingo, okay.
I thought it was
Flamingo
like new
fit,
missions and
sorry.
stuff
Flamingo
when they were talking about
Okay, so here
DLCs.
basically after
It's literally
choosing
just
a certain
cosmetics?
makeover, you can see basically enlarged pictures, so that you
Okay.
as a player you can basically see, okay, does it feel, you know, does it work for me? Can I express my masculinity fully using this pink?
Did someone get bro at the
makeover?
top of his
You know, so
shirt?
here-
The rest of his
here-
shirt?
Okay, let's see it in the full glory.
Okay, yeah, let's look at it.
It's
So-
definitely
so it-
pink.
It's
and
weird. It,
green.
feel, it looks like he's
It
wearing
costs
either
only 10K, so
You
a
always
two-tone
have
pink
to
shirt
Okay,
Okay.
let's talk after the stream.
or he had a V-neck and he just
Right, so as
yanked
you
it
can
down
see,
as further
basically, like
as far as it can
whole
go.
apartment sort of gets a pretty decent, I would say, repaint. And you have, like, as we said, 6 styles, right, to
Yes.
pick from. Cool.
And he's wearing a beanie
whichever
indoors.
represents you best, you can pick one of those.
Yeah.
But there's also more on the website,
Yeah,
right?
there was
Let's
more
go
on the
back.
website.
Let's go back.
Yeah, let's go back.
I'm actually
basically,
super
this
excited about this one.
This option was for the players who really loved like the base V's apartment in the mega block, and mega building. But
Dying Light
there's
2 literally just
more.
dropped a skin DLC.
So we introduced 4 new apartments for you to rent, and each of them is located in different.
At least
place,
Avengers DLC
in
comes
Night
with
City.
characters.
So basically, whichever fits you best, whichever is good for your pocket.
What if he's
because,
bare-chested in a
as we
cardigan?
can
Oh,
obviously
God.
see the Corpo one in Corpo Plaza is 55K, so it's a lot more expensive than,
Definitely seems
than
like a
the other
t-shirt.
one in Japantown, for example, which is I think only 15K.
Yes, and I'm gonna
call that
go
a
for
U-neck?
this one because you took my 10K and I cannot afford Corporal Plaza anymore.
Yeah, it's definitely a t-shirt.
Okay, so when we were actually looking into the design of the apartments for V, we
Got-
thought
he's
about
got the
actually,
U-neck
like,
the
for
U-neck
a player
t-shirt on.
be able to express their own identity.
It's very
as
sophisticated.
V. So let's say you play as
You wouldn't
V as a
understand,
corpo,
Jay.
right? Maybe you
It's high
actually really
fashion.
want that Corpo Plaza and just really have that, you know, corporate life. Or maybe when you play as Street Kid, maybe you would prefer the Japantown and so on. I encourage you really to try out, you know, different apartments and see, you know, for what works best for you.
Okay, but I already forgot where I have to go.
I would
So
pay
I'm gonna-
money to see Jay wear that shirt.
Yeah, so this is just one of the small quality of life improvements.
I would pay good
that
money
we've
to
introduced
see
for you
Jay
guys.
Shockblast wear
In the
a
journal,
European
you have now
style
the apartments tab. You
V-neck.
can go there. You see all of those apartments with actually nice flavored descriptions. You can basically track certain quests, you know, to get there. You don't.
That's the
have
thing.
to
It doesn't
use
even
the
look like a
website,
V.
though,
It's
to,
literally
rent
forming
the
a U.
apartment. You can actually
That's how
do it.
that's how stretched
at
out
the
it is.
place. You have a
It's not
separate
even making the
scene,
V
you know,
shape.
that introduces you into it. Again, just a small quality of life
I'll
thing.
pay
We
money
didn't
to
want to
not wear
force
it.
you.
No,
know,
you have to
run
wear
to
it.
the apartment and do that.
Yeah,
the
so
condition
either
of payment,
by the
Jay.
website in this apartment, or you can just stumble onto those apartments across the city.
Yes,
when
and
you
they
are-
have.
And it's worth adding that we've got that this DLC is enabled similar to the Wilson's sale.
What is
DLC.
this game?
So
It's
after-
Cyberpunk 2077.
After the beginning of the first act of the game. After
New gen
Mura
upgrade.
scene.
Okay, so
I think we have a question
Skin
from
DLC.
the chat from McBeefy. Does Nibbles follow you home to the new apartment?
No, actually, Nibbles doesn't. And Nibbles does not follow you to the new apartment. Nibbles is really a keen of your apartment in the in Megablock. However, Nibbles also got some new secrets to uncover.
they
because
just went
this
over the
patch
last
is
DLC.
actually packed with
The third one
things
was
that we won't talk about,
the apartment thing.
and things that are not even included anywhere, and it's only for you to find. So we made sure that there's something for you to find regarding this as well, but I won't say anything more.
So there are
but
some
just
new...
saying that he prepared something that nobody knows about it, even in the company.
I think one person and one QA knows what we did. So it's
Damn it.
like probably 3 people know about it.
So Night City has some new secrets to be discovered for you guys.
It's
right
got
after
secrets,
the
guys.
patch.
Don't be
now-
disappointed. There are secrets.
Now, Miles will kill us all. because
Secrets
it's
to
not just fast
secrets to
travel.
uncover.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I know,
Miles,
but
if you're watching.
the
New
time,
lipstick
we
styles
have to
and secrets.
fit all of that into this short stream. But the next time we will be in Night City, we will definitely take a nice slow walk because
Because you can do it now.
Because you can.
because
we
you
can.
because we added a walk button, walk toggle to PC. So basically you can now just walk slowly and admire Night City while doing that.
I mean, they literally just
Yeah,
show
so-
cosmetics.
In Night City.
Yeah, you can flex walking. I mean, but
They're
it's
saying
not
there-
really like
there
a
are-
huge
there are
feature or
secrets to
anything, but
uncover,
we know
though.
you guys wanted it.
I don't know what that
Like,
means.
It was highly requested. Of course, we have added it just to be sure that you can feel that we really listen. But then we ended up in our new place.
Yes, we ready.
Drum roll.
So let's go and let's see it.
I'm gonna close my eyes.
Just hit the door.
Ta-da!
Right. So first time when we actually get to your apartment, there's this small video that will introduce you to
Japantown.
it. But then, of course, you can move around and actually enjoy the place. So
I don't know
I
why.
think here we can also mention
Japantown
work
just
that
feels
our
like it's
environment
like it's
team
supposed like
has
it's
been doing,
offensive.
actually preparing those apartments.
Okay,
Feels
so
like I should be
actually,
offended,
I can
but
see
I'm
that
not.
We have another question from the chat, and it's asking, do you need to pay rent for that or buy these apartments? And the answer is very simple. This is a one-time payment for the apartment. So you rent it, you pay it one time, and it's
We're waiting to
yours.
hear
So
from
Corpo Plaza,
from
you
them
pay
about the
55K
availability.
once, and it's yours. This
But
Japantown,
most people think it's supposed to
cheaper,
come out
just
today.
15K, and it's yours. So it's pretty good price, I think.
Our favorite spammer is
Exactly.
back.
Nice
But
apartment.
when Amelia was like moving through the flat, we saw that there's a bunch of new interactions that we have actually added in the flat for the player, for pretty much
Be gone.
role-playing. So let's check some of them.
Okay. Gonna do this. Maybe.
Burning incense.
Yeah, so basically the interactions that you have in those different departments, those are small things, but they are all basically contributing to you as a player, to the feeling of really role-playing and being in a night city and really enjoying it. That's something that a lot of players really asked for, and we felt that it was, of course, a very reasonable request. That's why, when working on new apartments, we actually added it.
Now, can we
So we
play?
can also,
Let's
play the guitar. Because
Yeah.
actually the chat is demanding we play the guitar.
Okay,
Oh,
we
really?
play the guitar.
Let's play the
What
guitar
tune
to
we have to play?
punish your mom.
Oh, they got guitars, so
What
there you go.
song?
It's The Last of Us
Oh,
too.
The
maybe
best one. The
Archangel.
best one.
the best
The best
best.
one? So the best
Yeah.
one. Okay, let's
The
play
Never
Arcane
Fade
Zone.
Away is the best one, obviously.
It's a difficult choice.
And here you
If
can
any
see
do-rag snap.
the guitar design from 80s. Basically, it's a headless guitar. It's,
Spam is not
both
inevitable.
the real
It's by
one guitars.
design.
Yeah, and I have
I
here
am.
I have to appreciate work from our animators and cinematic artists because I really like how they make moving fingers on a fretboard because it's pretty accurate. Right and left hand works really good, really accurate.
That's the man they play guitar.
This is small little touch, but I like it very
The
much.
chat that only
Do you play
developers
the
can
guitar?
see
What
when they're
else we
doing
have
live
in the apartment,
streams
right? Because it was cool, you know,
that
to
have
sit
very
down and
convenient
chill and
questions and
whatnot,
requests.
But I think there is more that we
Oh
have
yes,
added.
yes, yes.
You don't know?
So while we are
There's
showing
always two
something
chats
more,
when
we
you're
have
streaming.
another question: whether you can own all of the apartments at once. And
Yes, if you're very fucking filthy
yes,
rich,
yes.
sure you can.
There's
Of course,
somebody in
there's
there.
no limit. You can actually own all
Somebody
of the
said guitar.
apartments, so feel free to do it.
You just need enough eddies to,
There was one.
to do that.
One person was happy
Yeah,
about
so
it.
talking about those interactions that we have added, there's actually more things that we've done, right? Because some of those
It's kind of
actually
depressing.
give
They're
you
just
buffs.
essentially offering the
Yeah,
next gen
but
up
maybe let's talk
version
about
with no actual
that one
upgrades.
first. I think someone
That's not
was
true. They
asking about
upgraded
it.
the
We have
lipstick.
stash right there on the right. No.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, sure.
And you can get a nice
also really
apartment
quickly
in,
talk about the
Japantown.
stash. So, yeah, basically, apartments come in with the stashes, and here we have basically introduced another quality of life improvement that all the stashes in all the apartments are actually shared. So now, as a player, basically whichever apartment you have, but wherever weapon you will place, you can actually place it there, and they all actually show up on the wall. We paid attention to that because we thought it's important. A lot of players really love to collect all those guns on the walls.
Want to play guitar?
So
You
here
go
can
to
do
your
it.
room and play guitar.
Also,
Do
they are
missions.
connected with stashes.
But what about
in
people that
players'
don't
vehicles.
own guitars
this is
and
the
don't know how
whole-
to play them?
Whole web of stashes.
This video game is their
It's
only
all
option.
together. Okay, now we can go to sleep and showcase you that some of the activities in the
Yeah, I
apartment
hope
actually
the
give us,
secrets they were talking about were actual
buffs.
missions for sure.
Yeah, for example, sleeping.
For the people that actually buy
give you
this.
buff to experience points for skills.
Exactly.
I will not be
There's,
one of them.
Yeah, and there's a bunch more actually that we will just leave the players to discover. But talking about sleeping, right? I need to tell you about something. So we know that you guys are
No wonder
really
Rockstar
loving
doesn't
the
need to release
romances,
anything.
right, in our game, and
I
you're
mean,
like
yeah.
really liking the characters. So we looked back in our romances
making
into our 4 romance
billions of
partners,
dollars.
and we introduced
Why
a bunch
rush?
of new changes and improvements there. And one of the things that
there you go, romance.
you can do right now is throughout the
Anal?
development of the relationships
Can you do
with
anal
these
now?
characters, you can actually message them way more often throughout the whole development of that romances, and it's done differently for each character. We paid attention to the personality of a certain character. There's a bunch of new things to discover there, which I won't talk about.
Oh, nice. You can talk more.
I'm
Cool.
sure that someone will eventually find it and encourage you to talk to your partners. But as you
Cyberpunk,
know,
Guitar
when you
Simulator.
go, when
What's up,
you
Joey?
become a partner with someone,
No, I never intended to
that
get the game.
place
I
of
just
that,
wanted to see
that person's
what the
place
upgrade was
becomes
about.
A safe house.
What's up, Peter?
And that safe houses actually got some improvements.
You're gonna buy this
Wait,
instead of
so
Avengers?
what
man.
happened there? Or we don't want to spoil
You dodged
that?
a bullet.
Maybe I
Well,
don't want to spoil it.
kinda.
One thing we can mention, the option to when you're going.
You
to
got
sleep,
hit. You got hit with a bullet,
if you're a partner,
and you dodged it. And you dodged an RPG.
Chance, I won't spoil how it's done exactly, but there's a chance that you wake up next to your beloved person. And then there's more.
How you doing, my friend?
Things actually connected to this. Those are small touches. Basically, it's nothing really major, but
What's up,
those are
Slip?
small touches throughout
Appreciate
the
you.
whole storylines of those characters that basically make you feel
If you don't
really
mind,
that
definitely
you're closer
like
to that
the
characters.
video.
And also, they give you like a proper sort of a continuation to that romance story arc. And I know that a lot of you requested that. So.
I mean, and it's just in time
Oh,
for
you got both
Valentine's
games?
Day, which
Oof.
was yesterday, so,
Yep, exactly.
perfect timing.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
I need a shower because I'm completely smashed. Because
Okay,
I drank
okay.
all my whiskey, so I'm just gonna, walk in here. Do this.
Yeah, so this is one of the fixes that we have done.
Yes,
The
which
shower?
means V is actually taking her clothes off in the shower, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, that's the thing. Like, I remember I went
this
to
gonna be
Reddit,
safe
like,
for work?
at one point, and I was shocked to discover that you guys shower undressed, right? And, like, that
Come
was
on.
that was not really, you know,
But
something
they used
that
to
came
shower
my
with their
mind
clothes
right
on?
away. But apparently, most people
That's weird.
shower with no clothes. So we
Don't
decided,
tell
okay,
me.
so we need to
That's
change
part of the
it,
upgrade?
right?
Don't tell me
So
you
the-
actually shower in your clothes.
I do that randomly, you know, just depends.
Smoking on that
But
big
anyway,
pack.
it was obviously an issue that we have fixed.
Yeah, okay. But also I can see that the shower actually
Okay.
gave us another
Damn,
buff.
Cyberpunk was down
exactly.
bad.
We can see the buff, and also I think Amelia just
They didn't even
passed
get
next
naked
to
in the
mirror,
shower
right?
in the
Amelia,
original
maybe you
game?
could take a
Yeah,
look
yeah,
at
yeah.
that. Because,
Imagine.
one thing I wanted to mention is, like, aside of those you know, interactions that allow you to role
Did they
play
add
and
missions when
explore
they
and
added
just really
Spider-Man?
feeling like being in a night city.
They added a
As
mission
player,
chain
you also have the mirrors in all of the
that you can
apartments
unlock a skin
where
with.
you can actually access
They weren't
the
new missions, though.
option to mod your own appearance.
Yeah. So right now, actually, Johnny messed it up a little bit for us.
Yeah, and Johnny says no.
They added a few
But in
cutscenes.
general, all of the
some new
apartments
outfits.
have the mirrors where you can customize your character mid-game.
Yeah, Johnny is here, of course, intentionally, right? Because, like, as his
This is weird 'cause it was full of
a
low nudity
long-time
before.
memory slowly leaking
Yeah,
into your
right?
short-term memory, and your
Okay.
personalities are merging and whatnot. He basically starts appearing in the mirrors.
Game wasn't
that's,
bad,
of
it just
course,
had some bad
intentional.
glitches.
That's not a bug, as I've seen sometimes people
Yeah, everything
claim.
I heard
that was, of course,
that it was a
intentional,
great
and here
game
in that case, you know, from time to time, Johnny will.
if you could get
and
through-
you could
if
see
you could
that
get through all
Amelia
the
was
bugs.
actually able to get into the modding of the face again
Yes.
and change the meta.
Okay, but speaking of Johnny, we actually went through like 3 different DLCs, which are the new guns for V, the new apartments for V, the new customizations to this look. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we also added a DLC for Johnny.
Yeah.
And yes, we did. So basically, we added a few new
Keanu.
photo mode poses for him. So now,
Oh, new photo mode
whenever
poses.
you are
Nice,
in the scene in his memories, when you are playing as Johnny, you can take opportunity and take some nice pictures with Johnny.
More bugs than Avengers.
And, because
Wow.
we know that the how to call it, the virtual photography scene for Cyberpunk is really huge. Like, we actually follow it kind of closely. Like, I personally love watching fans' creations and what you guys can do and
So
stuff.
seems to pretty much just be a cosmetic
now you
upgrade.
can actually do it with Johnny as well. You don't have to mod everything. Basically, you can do it with him here.
Yeah, so those new poses will be
New gen
available
support.
in the flashback quest, like I mentioned, where you are actually playing as Johnny, and
Bug
come on, guys,
fixes,
show us
quality
what
of
you
life
got. We're really
improvements,
curious what you can create with that.
cosmetics.
Exactly.
Alright. So guys, I don't know. I think
No,
we
they have
were,
not shown the
we
police
were
yet.
talking for a very long time about those things, and this is not even everything that is going in the patch 1.5.
No, it's just a bunch of the most important changes, or changes that we wanted to show. Like, the list is much longer, actually.
Yeah, okay.
So let's maybe sum up. So we had a few DLCs coming your way. We have some extra improvements, and pretty much now we can also see what platform gets what, right?
Yes. So the DLCs are available for all platforms. Most of the bug fixes, improvements, rebalances, stuff like that, also available on all possible platforms. There are a couple of things that won't be going to the last gen platforms because of the memory issues mostly. But in general, most of you will get the same. And here is a nice list of all of that. And this is going to be a pretty big patch with all of that stuff. It's gonna be around 50 gigabytes, right?
It's a chunky boy. Yes.
50 gig patch.
Big boy.
Chunky boy, yeah. So once the patch is live, most platforms will just get an automatic update, and you will be able to update the game and just start playing it on the new patch. There's one exception though, which is a PlayStation 5, because the PS4 version that you are now playing on your PS5 with backwards compatibility is actually a different version of the game than the PS5 version, which is next gen improved. So you're gonna have to go to your library and download the PS5 version manually.
Yeah, and it's worth mentioning that you have to move your save from playthrough on PS4 version of the game to the PS5.
Exactly, and you can move only one, right? Like Philip, from what I.
Yeah. That's right. And
exactly.
One more thing, we also on PS5 we support dual senses, haptic feedback and adaptive triggers, and you can try them when you are driving cars, and it's also supported in weapons when you use them.
Yeah,
So
it's also like supported in like sex scenes, from what I remember, because I implemented it.
Pavel implemented this in every sex scene. Personally,
I mean, I implemented in Joy Toys. Joy Toys. Like, so, hey.
You were like the main QA for this part, right?
main designer, QA, programmer.
We're just running around with the
hella horny.
implementing that stuff into sex scenes.
Hey, I mean,
we know, like,
Pavel. I just have a lot of hobbies, you know. This is how it's called. But speaking about DualSense, there's more, right? Because there's also a speaker.
Yeah.
Also, we use speaker in the gamepad on PS5.
So basically, anything that is happening in this head, like getting phone calls,
that guy definitely has a sex doll at
stuff
home.
like that, the sound will be coming out of the controller's speaker, so it's like closer to you.
Yes, exactly that.
Okay, so
we're waiting to see how stable it is.
But now I think it's time to talk about the difference in modes on next gen platforms. Right?
I'm thinking you're just gonna have to wait for the players to actually.
So we have performance versus ray tracing. Our
Beta
gameplay was in the
ray
performance
tracing
mode.
there it
Am
is.
I correct?
Yes.
They said it, ray tracing. Let's go.
So basically, you can either choose between performance when you get 60 FPS
Anime waifu body
or
pillow.
ray tracing with the RTX enabled. So basically, whatever you feel is more important for you when you are playing the game, you can choose the correct mode to go to.
3000 super loop.
Easy as that. But we talked about next gen, but we also have something I think important for PC players. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course.
Oh yes.
We added something like benchmark. So pretty much, if you wanna, check how your GPU, your PC will actually perform, go to main settings, then press B as benchmark, and then you'll have a section of like a few dynamic scenes where the FPS is pretty much like constantly, counted. How it's gonna be with.
It's like the chat over on Twitch keeps asking about the police.
DLSS on performance.
They want to see the
balance,
police.
quality, whatever you prefer. Try them on. Find the best one for you. Right now on the screen you can see that this is this benchmark is actually recorded. It comes from NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3090. It's on 2K with the DLSS set on performance. So you can see the FPS in the top left corner. It's going to be 70, 80, something around that on this settings. Right. But like I mentioned, play with the settings.
Exactly, and I think that's
so they weren't that brave,
to make the game work best. But Amelia, so that benchmark
they had pre-recorded footage on console
for all GPUs
to show it off
out there.
Exactly.
But for the actual stream showcase,
about technical stuff,
they kept it on PC.
We support
Smart
AMD Fidelity FX Super Resolution now.
Yes. Finally, I've got so many questions all the time about this, and I couldn't say anything because I knew that we are working on it, and I wanted to tell you, but I couldn't. But now I can.
Yeah,
now it's there.
It looks like they're not showing the police. You're gonna have to beta test the police yourself.
I think we are almost there. We talked about all the changes, all the DLCs, the next gen features, how to download the patch even. But the question remaining is when to download the patch.
Yep.
Today.
So
I think we can watch it.
Today, right?
Let's watch it.
Let's watch it then.
That's another trailer.
Night City? Man, I fucking love it. I was born here, I live here, and downright refuse to die anywhere else. What the?
So it's a clean quiz. You missed the whole presentation. They went over the next gen upgrade for Cyberpunk 2077. They're wrapping it up right now.
If there's one thing I can tell you about this city, you either love it or want to burn it. No middle ground. Coming here is a crash course in the survival of the fittest, the greediest, the most vile, and most corrupted gonks.
See this badge? That means I can do whatever the fuck I want.
But behind the blinding lights
There's some police.
and all of the rot, you might just discover a beauty that can only be found here. Night City is full of love, friendships, and family ties that run deeper than any cyberware eddies can buy.
What's up, Abraham? Am I copping? Definitely not.
Doubles and filth. In some ways, Night City never changes.
Based on the chat, bad news.
It's the city's promise.
Chat has not been impressed
Not
with what they
everyone's
see.
buying it. But if you want to know for sure, you just need to try it for yourself.
They had a robot twerking? Yes, they did. Available. Out now. Yeah, as expected. Out right now. Go get it if you want.
Yep.
There are no mistakes there.
Yep, exactly.
You and your bro on game share?
The patch, the next gen update, patch 1.5, with all of this cool stuff that we've been talking
50
about
gigs.
since 4 p.m. is
Go get
now
it.
available for everyone on all of the platforms. So guys,
Exactly, guys. No bullshitting. Just go and download it and check it yourself. Really.
Yes, and while we're talking about checking
Happy
it
beta
out
testing.
yourself, as you can see, we also released a free trial for all next-gen platforms, so PlayStation 5 Series, Xbox Series S and X. So if you still don't have the game, now is your chance to actually, go to the store per platform and download it and try it yourself. If you actually are happy with Night City and if you like it.
yeah, and what's important, if you try the trial and then decide, okay, I liked it, I want to buy the game, you can actually transfer your save to the full game. So the 5 hours, they won't be wasted. You don't lose anything. It's coming back. You can continue playing on the same save.
Yeah, I'm not buying this game. Definitely
I know
not.
that some of our players will probably prove us that you can even finish the game in 5 hours.
I didn't see the leaks,
that's
but
fair. If you guys can do it, just go for it. Really, check it out yourself. Try
So
it
far,
out. Love it or burn it. Really,
what they said they added was
what Cyberpunk is.
basically some quality of life stuff and some
Totally.
cosmetic
But from technical
changes.
point of view as well, what's worth mentioning, the trial will be available for you for 30 days. Like we mentioned, 5 hours, and it's gonna
Go try it. If I try it, I'm not trying it. So
the patch is also free for you.
you can enjoy yourself
Right now. So this is everything basically. If you want to go and download the game right now, the patch 1.5, you can just do it because it's already live. And in the meantime, if you are looking to get real into all of the changes that we that we introduced in the patch, which we weren't able to tell you about all of them in the stream, the patch notes are now available on cyberpunk.net, so you can go and read them all.
when I try it out. I'm not interested in the game.
Secret Pavel's changes you have to find by yourself.
You have to find yourself. Yes.
I was never hyped for Cyberpunk in the first place.
Mostly focused on improvements
And after what happened at
new
launch,
stuff or things that you guys have
I
requested.
had
or,
even less
some
interest in
bigger
trying the
bugs,
game.
let's say. But there was actually a ton of bug fix that lots of departments have been working on for past months. And that is nowhere to be found on the patch notes. You won't find it there. You will actually only experience
Appreciate
it
the sub,
in the
JVS.
game. We didn't want to stuff the patch notes with thousands of entries because that was pointless. We only focused on the most important things for you. So really the only way to experience that is to get the free trial or boot the game and check it out.
Check it out.
Yeah. So I think our job here is done. You guys just go download the patch, check out the patch notes.
You're not downloading
and
50 gigs
enjoy
just to
Night
uninstall
City.
an hour later.
Hope you're gonna love it.
Have fun, everyone, and I'll see you around.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. I hope we'll see each other in Night City.
All right.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye
guys.
everyone.
See. See if we can find these patch notes. That would turn on alerts. And we put the chat back on screen. And some nice royalty-free music. Yeah, I'm looking up the patch notes right now. They said Cyberpunk. What happened at launch? Wait, are you serious? You're asking what happened at launch for Cyberpunk 2077? Are you joking, or are you did you actually miss the launch and all the stuff that happened? I'm not sure. Like I legit don't know if he's trolling or if he like I'm not sure. It's the internet. You never know with the internet. And I can't hear his voice. Play for 5 hours. Once you install the free trial, you'll be able to start a new game. For the full 5-hour duration of the trial, you'll have total freedom to play the game from the beginning. After 5 hours, the trial will end. You can choose to purchase the full game or carry on with your life as before. Do buy it, your save progress will carry over. Okay, hopefully that doesn't break. Where are them patch notes though? Visual and performance improvements, next gen, free additional content, new apartments, new gear, character customizations, narrative extensions, map and UI improvements, crowd enhancements, quality of life changes, the overview. Well, you're not joking? Cyberpunk was the worst launch in the entire history of gaming. It was an absolute disaster. Thousands of articles and videos are written about it. The company stock prices tumbled. They lost millions of dollars. They got booted from the PlayStation Store because they promised people refunds because of how unplayable the game was without getting PlayStation's permission. I believe the Polish government even investigated them for potentially defrauding investors and misrepresenting the product. It was a lot. It's definitely worth reading sometime. There was one article in particular, I forgot who did it. They did a behind the scenes article on what happened behind the scenes according to sources within CD Projekt Red. About just what happened to the launch, what happened leading to the launch. It was pretty crazy. Yeah, everything is live right now. I'm just looking for the patch notes. Did they mention third person? They showed some third person vehicles. You can do third person or first person. They made specific note that in the car you can do first person and look at the dash now. Yeah, I have no interest in 2077, but if they do a Witcher 4, I'll be at the very least curious about it. Curious what the reception is. What it look like. I think these are the patch notes. You can't find the upgrade in the PlayStation Store. Now it's supposed to be a download for everybody, but they said if you're on PS4, you're supposed to check your library and you're supposed to download the PS5 version specifically from your library. Everybody else is going to get it in the form of a 50 gig patch automatically. But they said if you're on PS5 and you're playing the PlayStation 4 version with the backwards compatibility, you have to actually go to your library to download the PS5 version. Oh, they even got Stadia support. Okay. Various improvements to the game, numerous quests and gameplay fixes, 3L DLCs, those are the cosmetic stuff. Next gen exclusives, ray trace local light shadows. Most people don't care about that. Ray tracing mode. Series S has no graphics mode selection and is default presented at 30 FPS and 1440p with dynamic resolution scaling. Yeah, it's on Stadia. Who knew? You wouldn't play this on older? Yeah, I definitely would not. Balance, blah blah blah. Techno babble. Activity cards for PS5. Spanish voiceover support in the Americas. Support for spatial audio on PS5 for 3D audio enabled headphones and built-in TV speakers. That's good. Implemented the use of adaptive triggers on the PS5 controllers. Additional content available for all players. Apartments can be rented with a one-time fee when encountered in Night City or through Easy Estates website when accessed through the computer. Envy's mega building H10 apartment. They become available after completing the playing for time quest. It's possible to rent all apartments at the same time. All apartments share the same stash. Went to PS Store and select version. Available apartments are Northside Watson, 5,000 euros. Japantown Westbrook, 15K. Glen Haywood, 40K. Corporal Plaza, 55K. Additionally, you can now Customized V starting apartment and mega building for 10K. Thank you, Andrew Wilson, for the sub. Welcome to Do-Rag Gang. Some interactions in the apartment provide a temporary buff. Witcher 3 next gen is next. 100 gigs. Yeah, the new patch itself is 50 gigs. So this is a husky update. I would rather play a new Witcher altogether than get a Witcher 3 for next gen, but we'll see. I haven't gotten into the Witcher series. I do like the animated show though. That was pretty good. And the first season of the live action. So you got some appearance customization. They went over all that, the hair, the lipstick. You can check out new items in Wilson's Second Amendment store, or look at them while exploring Night City. 2 new weapons, Dara Polytechnic Umbra power assault rifle and budget arms guillotine power submachine gun. 4 new weapon scopes. You get a new type of weapon attachments. 10 new muzzle brakes, 5 for handguns, 5 for assault rifles and submachine guns. Shoot. Got some new poses in the photo mode for Johnny, aka Keanu Reeves. Combat AI. It would have to be like a real upgrade. That must be on PS5 because yours is 63 gigs. Also fixes and improvements to NPC melee and ranged combat. Reactions including taking cover, positioning, reloading, blah, blah, blah. Anything about police. Multiple improvements to disarmament triggers, hit reactions, and death animations. Enemies are now much better at blocking and evading. Karen Zakov attacks. The heavier the weapon, the easier it is to hit. The opposite is true for evading. Further diversification of melee and ranged combat behaviors for different factions. Reckless, aggressive, balanced, defensive, cautious. Followers now contribute more in combat, but can be defeated and temporarily disabled if they receive enough punishment. Was that not a thing before? Numerous fixes and balance changes to Netrunner combat. Improvements to crowd, aggressive crowd behavior. Certain NPC archetypes can and will enter combat with the player when provoked by aiming, shooting, or fighting. Time skips back the state of NPCs, as well as reset the state of the devices, improve crowd reactions, pathfinding, and spawning. Drive mode. You got an all-new burnout mode. Hold gas plus brake to engage. Steer to rotate. The old system only allowed rotating on the spot. Now try modulating the inputs to see what you can do. Oh yeah, I saw them doing donuts in the demonstration. Cool. New braking system. Engine simulation improved. Gearbox simulation improved. Motorcycles improved. More stable. Tune improvement to various cars. Add adjustments to first-person perspective to all vehicles that needed it. In addition, Nomad vehicles with Crystal Dome technology now digitally omit object obscuring view. Vehicle traffic, visual improvement to traffic movement, panic reaction to danger, reactions to fender benders. Looking for that police that Cat was looking for. Gameplay balance. There is changes related to the economy, including increased rewards from jobs and open world activities and decreased price for vehicles, cyberware. Rebalance and improve functionality of clothing mods. Just as the amount of modification slots available. As a result, all equipped mods are moved back to your inventory. Go to inventory screen to re-equip them in accordance with the new rules. The easy game difficulty is now moderately more challenging. 2 new stats were introduced, replacing evasion, mitigation chance, and mitigation strength. Mitigation chance determines how often the player has a chance to reduce incoming damage. Mitigation strength determines the percentage by which damage is reduced. 50% is default. Rebalance damage, take over, reduce chance of trajectory. It's only $25 right now. You'll try it for 5 hours, see if it's worth it. Yeah. If you're curious, free trial. I mean, as long as you have the space on your system, not much of an investment. 5 hours, you like it, you buy it, keep playing with your save progress intact. You don't like it, you just leave. Free up some space. It's now impossible to sell unused cyberware at a Ripper dock. Cooldown duration is now properly described in the tooltip of Blood Pump. Cyberware made it possible to interrupt the revealing position hack by damaging the net runner. See this about Cyberpunk stream. I'm gonna keep it a buck. There's like a 0% chance of me, as close to zero as it can, of me actually playing and streaming Cyberpunk. To keep it honest, this is the one, probably the one and only Cyberpunk stream you're gonna get out of me. All right, had to get rid of the spammer real quick. Tranquilized rounds in the project launch system no longer affect non-human NPCs. Reduce ricochet number of legendary ballistic pressing. Combat numerous optimizations to combat AI, resulting in an overall improved combat experience. Numerous fixes and improvements are made to reduce interruptions and smoother NPC animations in combat. Enemies will now correctly reposition to more tactically advantageous positions. Increase followers shooting accuracy, reduce exposure damage to the player. Fix cases where NPCs from the same group or faction didn't join combat when they witnessed their comrades fighting. Sounds annoying. Fix issue where NPCs didn't display a proper hit reaction when hit with a grenade upon entering combat. Enemy shotgunners will now attempt to keep a closer distance to the player. Added some visual effects to the combat stems used by enemies. Decreased visual complexity of enemy combat behavior. Fix an issue when combat mode was triggered while roaming. Fix an issue where the player could be knocked down by a hammer attack despite the weapon not reaching them. Ooh, that must have been triggering. Significantly sped up switching between melee and ranged weapons for NPCs that can use both. Quick hacking. No longer possible to apply the cyber psychosis quick hack on cyber psychos. Fix an issue where deactivating a camera with a quick hack wouldn't interrupt enemy quick hack upload when a camera in question was used as a connected proxy. Fix cases where a hack status effect could remain on V permanently, preventing netrunners from hacking V again. Fix an issue where in some cases the whistle quick hack didn't cause NPCs to approach V's position. Items, devices, possible to turn devices on and off while carrying a body. Convenient. Fix an issue where elevator door animations did sometimes not display properly, causing the player to see beyond world boundaries. More NPC improvements. Bonus items found in the stash. 2 DLC jackets plus 4 registration reward items have new functionality. Lower the health of the opponents and beat on the brat, except for the twins. Fix MC behavior. Clipping. Snipers can shoot when backing away from the target. Disable tripping over bodies for V companions. Rebalance NPC stamina. Fix some instances of NPCs T-posing. Some instances. Not all. So might still be some T-posing. Rebalance some perks. It moved some of them in the skill tree. As a result, all the perk points you spent were reset. Go to the perk screen to reassign your perk points for free. Ooh, hope you remembered how you spent your perk points. Redesign the following perks: Blood Swell, Human Shield, Epimorphosis, Coldest Blood, and Cutthroat. Added new perks, replacing some older ones. Due to the above mentioned changes in perks, we renamed the stealth skill tree to Ninjutsu in order to better reflect the perks it contains. Made the bonuses dynamic for a 200% efficiency, field technician, and cutting edge. They are now applied to already crafted weapons and clothes. Replacing perks removes bonuses correct. Player mechanics: V is now able to vault, climb, jump, sprint through glass that's fractured. Fiction issue where disposing a body into a crate could move V into walls or out of bounds. Fiction issue with some vehicles could spawn within each other. That's funny. Fix an issue where hijacking a car with the hostile empty caused them to flip through the roof and remain inside the vehicle. We were throwing knives. Knives are not lost after each throw, but automatically return to V's hand after a set cooldown. They showed that in the beginning. Stinger iconic knife now scales properly. Level requirements of melee weapons will now increase with each upgrade. Changes to UI. Quests: added a few secrets in Night City to be discovered by players. Due to some technical challenges, this change is not available on the previous generation of consoles. So these new secrets, which they are implying are quests, are next-gen exclusive. Extended romances with Panam, Carrie, River, Jody, and Judy by adding new messages and interactions. Added interactions in the home's love interest, including sleeping in bed with a given partner. Got your plat for Sifu. All right. I'm waiting until the price goes down on Sifu. Enhance Night City light life by making music in clubs a bit louder. Bro, you playing this terrible game now? What's up, Aaron? Nope. Just covering the stream. Today, Cyberpunk announced that they were going to be launching. Well, now it's out now, but they announced they're launching the next gen upgrade. Finally, people have been waiting for it. So I just covered the stream, going over the patch notes, everything. I've still never played Cyberpunk, but I've remained curious. It is a very interesting case in gaming. All graphs aside, gunplay felt good. So the AI and 30% of encounters were dough brain. Story's pretty good, and the missions, though not as expansive, are great and suck you in. DA is A1. Yeah, from everything I've heard consistently, even when the game was at its worst, people were saying when it actually works, it's a great game. But the problem was that for a lot of people, it did work. But apparently it's stable. We'll have to see once players have actually downloaded the 50 gig patch and tried it out, if the game is more stable. Certainly have a lot of fixes. Open road. Crowds and communities of nightlife Night City are now more diverse during the day and night. Increased occurrences that added more variety of conversations. Why am I waiting for a price drop? Because it's $40. The game is like 40 minutes long, and I just spent $80 on the deluxe edition of Horizon Forbidden West, and I wasted $60 on Dying Light 2 just the other week. So I'm not trying to spend another $40 on Sifu when I'm probably not even going to stream it. Will you live stream Cyberpunk? No, I don't own Cyberpunk. Never owned it. Don't intend to. When I get seafood, it'll just be for me. Seafood is an hour at the minimum. An hour minimum is not much more than 40 minutes, man. Yeah, like I said, it's $40 for a extremely short game. The replayability of Sifu is built on the difficulty of it. It's challenging. Won't stream Sifu, but will stream Avengers. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure what not sure why it's funny. I've been streaming Avengers for over almost a year. I started streaming in March 2021. It's a game that gets ongoing support. Most of the people on my channel respond to it. They like watching it. Sifu, on the other hand, is a very short experience, and most of the hype is already gone. I didn't get it at launch. I didn't get early access to it. So as a streamer, that puts me at a big disadvantage compared to the other streamers. And now we're out of launch week, so there's even less interest in the game right now. So there's even less reason for me to stream it. So try to think of it from like a business perspective. I understand the quality of Sifu is very high, but I'm not just thinking of it in terms of, is the game really good or not? I'm thinking of it as a business, because this channel is a business. So business wise, it doesn't really make sense for me to cover Sifu right now. Whereas it does for Avengers, because good or bad, there's something to cover for Avengers every week. And a lot of people would still come to the streams. In fact, a lot more people would come to watch my Avengers stream as much as they have a problem with the game than they would if I was playing Sifu. That's just the reality. Skins, that's all they add to the game. Well, yeah, well, no, obviously that's not true, but yeah, lately the main thing they've added to Avengers every week has been new skins. That's been very frustrating, obviously, for a lot of players, which I've been covering. But reality is still, Sifu is a lot less popular on my channel than Avengers is. It's even less popular than all the other games that were coming out this month. I actually did a poll in the community tab to see which games people were interested in that were coming out this month. It was Horizon Forbidden West, Sifu, Elden Ring, and Dying Light 2. And Sifu came in dead last in terms of interest, even among the 4 games, even among the 3 other games that were dropping this month. So the reality is, Sifu, as great as a game it is, probably not something I'll stream, but I'll probably play it when the price comes down. But if they had sent me an advanced copy, I would have definitely streamed Sifu before it came out. Looks like that's it. They got the Stadia support here. There's the benchmark mode they talk about for PC. They can check the settings, check how your FPS is dropping in real time. Picking up Sifu when it's on sale. That's a good bet. Though you should be careful with the on sale seafood. You want to make sure it's fresh. Nothing worse than bad seafood. You could be on the toilet for hours. Let me check the Cyberpunk Reddit. What's up now with Flow? See how people are reacting. You can now finally change your appearance at their prologue. That person's excited. Changes in specs. Finally reject phone calls. Thoughts on the stream so far? This should be a good read. Looks like generally positive feedback for the stream. We'll just have to see what the actual game is. I'll keep an eye out, see if there's any bugs. So far, no bugs being reported that I can see. Well, maybe it's finally stable. Maybe this is finally the time. Cyberpunk finally figured it out. Next gen update key art. How are you spamming through my filters? Do I recommend copying? Personally, I will not be getting Cyberpunk. I'm not interested. But from what they're saying, it sounds like if you're curious, this is something you definitely want to take advantage of. You get to play the game for free for 5 hours, all the updates, get everything for free, do whatever you want for 5 hours. And then if you like it, you can buy the full game, carry your save over, keep going. If you don't like it, you can delete it, move on with your life. So sounds like a good deal to me if you're on the fence about Cyberpunk and you just were waiting to see, you know, if it would improve or if there's a way for you to get into it. The price of the game is pretty low as well. So yeah. If you're curious, if you're at all curious about this game, I would definitely recommend the free trial. When are y'all giving Buddy business? Who is he's not, I don't even think he's sending links. Like, I don't even know what the point is of this spammer. But yeah, like a free trial. Like personally, I decided that I wasn't all that interested in Cyberpunk originally, and then after everything CD Projekt Red did and everything with the launch, I was like, I'm not interested in giving this company any of my money. Like I got to see what happens in the aftermath. Do they actually make changes? Do they actually improve and become a better representation for gaming? You know, are they going to learn anything? That's what I'm curious about. Are you Indian guy from Punjab? No, I am black guy from America. When do you think the roadmap Avengers is coming? I've been told to look out for Avengers news in the next couple weeks. Miller told me that things should start picking up in the next 2 weeks or so. I don't know if that means a roadmap announcement. Most likely, it wouldn't be the roadmap. It would be the announcement of the roadmap coming later down the line. So for reference, last year, the roadmap came out in March during Square Enix Presents for Avengers, but very different from last year already because we knew, you know, there was content coming. That's been a main difference from this year. We've had relatively more communication in terms of new skin sales, but in terms of content related communication, there was much more last year. You know, the 28th, they told it on the 28th of January last year, they said, hey, there's a Hawkeye War table coming. And then then they had the Hawkeye War table announcing his release date. And then a shout out for the Square Enix Presents. And then Square Enix Presents showed the roadmap. So lot busier. This year, a lot quieter. What's up, BLC? Did we ever get confirmation that the mystery character passed your list? No, nothing official about the mystery character was revealed. They have, for the record, not acknowledged the existence of any mystery character publicly, at least. But it is supposedly Yelena Belova. Why are you still supporting them after they blacklisted you? I'm not. I cover the game because I'm interested in it. I still like the game, even though I have some issues with some of the employees, and it's not all the employees at Crystal Dynamics. There are some Crystal Dynamics employees that watch my content and actually enjoy me, and there are some that are obviously petty and not open to criticism. But there are people on the inside that are fighting. It's an interesting thing, but yeah, I still like the game. And I still I'm covering it because I want to see. At this point, I've been playing it since the beta. I want to see how it ends, and pretty confident it's going to end this year. Well, when the blacklist. Oh, so way back when. This was back when I was in the top 5. I was in the top 5 of biggest Avengers content creators in terms of streaming, and they had a promotional weekend where they wanted to highlight the more notable members of the Marvel's Avengers community on both YouTube and Twitch. So they had a big list of different content creators on Twitch and YouTube that covered Marvel's Avengers, and they posted on the blog, shared it on Twitter, and directed people to the streamers. It was like a way to promote the game and also promote different content creators. Now I'm number 1. Now I'm number 1. It's not even close. But back then I was in the top 5. And they had this big list, and I was notably left off of it because I had made a video criticizing one of their failed content drops. And it was pretty notable because I got more views than most of the people they listed combined, and they completely left me off of it. and that's when I was, looking around, did some digging, and found out it was very much intentional that I was not on the list. Since then, the creator program kind of went into shambles, but now it's back up and running again. I'm still not in the creator program. They call it the Avengers Illuminati, but I know a lot of the people that are in the program, so I pretty much know what happens behind the scenes. So it's pretty much like I'm in it already. Like I already know what goes on in those secret meetings. So I don't really care either way now. What's good, casual? How tall am I? I'm 6'3". Actually crazy. How did you? You're literally the biggest streamer. It is funny at this point. That is nothing for them but give Kyle. that is correct. Welcome to the games industry. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, that's just how it is. Some developers do not appreciate criticism whatsoever. Young Ripper, I remember his Hawk videos early on. This was way back when Last Avenger Standing was the end game content, and Last Avenger Standing didn't work. Once you got to the final floor, that was it. The enemies didn't spawn. And I remember Young Ripper made that video that went viral on the Reddit, just talking about how frustrated he was about the game and how there was literally nothing to it, and it didn't work. He's completely moved on from Avengers. He's now a political commentator, and he's doing comic books and stuff like that. But yeah, he was big. He was the biggest back then. He's mostly he's mostly stayed out of it, but he'll talk about he in the past talked about Avengers when something big happened. I think he skipped Spider-Man too. Target locked. I have no idea what you're talking about, sir. Beware of update 1.5. Uh-oh. Using a PS4 Pro, downloaded the patch, said my data was corrupted, and now I'm having to delete and re-download the game and updates. Ooh. Bro. Free trials for everybody. MCU is peak fiction. I wouldn't go that far. It's it's peak popcorn fiction, I would say. He said the fact that he's #1 shows how bad the game was doing. Oh yeah. Yeah, his numbers were pretty solid back then. They weren't, they weren't spectacular. I think he had like a few hundred concurrents back then, but yeah, this was before Lejeune took off, before everybody took off. I blew past everybody. I think I still have the biggest stream for this game. The biggest stream for this game in one stream. It's like nearly 30,000 views. Yeah, I don't know what Target Lock is doing, but now he's just getting creepy. Yeah, I started in March 2021. Still a new YouTuber, but doing pretty good. Thanks to all you wonderful people. He quit after Black Panther. All right. Is Spidey fun to play? He is actually. The trick with Marvel's Avengers is that usually characters aren't that fun to play until you've upgraded them, but right out of the gate, Spider-Man was pretty fun. Obviously, if you're used to Spider-Man PS4 or Miles Morales, the web swinging is going to feel a lot clunkier than what you're used to, because Spider-Man was not actually designed for this game. Development was actually pretty much done, well, close to done. From what I was told, the game was about like 80% done before Square Enix approached Crystal Dynamics and told them that they were going to take this deal with Sony to put Spider-Man into the game as a PlayStation exclusive. So Crystal Dynamics had to scramble to make Spider-Man work, because the mechanics of the game that they had set up were not made for Spider-Man at all. And it shows, because you still can't even do web status on bosses. But when you actually get into the flow of the combat, it actually is pretty fun. Is there a new game plus in Cyberpunk? I don't believe so. New patch instant crashes the game on PC. Is it just me, or does anyone else have this problem? If so, is there anyone that knows how to solve it? Never mind, guys, you verified the integrity of the files. Now it's fixed. Might be useful for anyone with the same issue. All right. So, seems all right so far. Except for that PS4 player. Thoughts on the Doctor Strange 2 trailer? I love it. I cannot. It's pretty much what I expected. I already knew they were they're going to have a bunch of cameos. And then after No Way Home, when I heard they were doing more reshoots, I was like, oh, they're going to just add all the cameos. When is the next version out? The next gen version of Cyberpunk is live right now. I was like, they're going to have everything. So in the trailer, we had Patrick Stewart, Professor, Fox's Professor Xavier. It looks like we had Superior Iron Man, which is rumored to be played by Tom Cruise. He was spotted on the set doing CGI, with a green screen. So it looks like he's going to be Superior Iron Man. They're all part of the Illuminati. It's supposed to be also Reed Richards and Black Panther on there. Does it run on 60 FPS on PS5? That is what it's supposed to, yeah. I haven't tested out myself, but it's supposed to. You don't know if you're hyped for Black Adam, low-key? Yeah. I'm definitely hyped for Black Adam, but Doctor Strange too, yeah. Just the nostalgia bait, they got me. They're gonna have everybody. Black Bolt. Everybody's gonna appear in this freaking movie. Wanda's blaming Strange for having white privilege, which she literally had held an entire time. Bro, I was so annoyed with Wanda when she's still out here playing the victim, bro. She literally got away with terrorism. Like, not only did Wanda face no consequences for her actions, the guy who was trying to stop her ends up going to jail. And she's complaining that she's not considered a hero. Like, bro, what? Shut up. You're not a victim. It'll be crazy if we see Chris Evans as Human Torch. That would be awesome. That like if they have the original that Fantastic Four cast, that would be awesome. Yeah, I saw a little bit of Inhumans. It was indeed a terrible show. I'm personally much more fond of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I really want to see Quake. The trailer's misleading. Wanda is maybe, there's definitely evidence that Wanda is the villain for sure. Someone pointed out on, I think it was Reddit, that it appears that Wanda is actually using mind control on Doctor Strange in the trailer, because they have the scenes where Doctor Strange is approaching Wanda out in like in a park, and then the scene where her voiceover is she's talking about how, you know, she's a victim, and it's not fair that, you know, she breaks the rules, and she's not considered a hero, but he is. And it looks like they're in the same place, but they got the red and everything, so it looks like that she's mind controlling him. And I think in the trailer you can see a little bit, it seems like she's attacking the Illuminati as well. I was fully prepared after WandaVision for Wanda to be a villain in Multiverse Madness for sure. I just didn't want it to be a Dark Phoenix situation where Wanda is just like a villain, is like a villain Sue that just demolishes everything. FOV, what is FOV? What do you mean? You hear Wanda's gonna kill some of the Illuminati members? It seems likely. The disputed part of the trailer is that I think it's clearly Superior Iron Man, but because of how he's glowing, people are saying it might be Captain Marvel, it might be Monica. It's clearly Superior Iron Man to me, but the red, I think, is actually Wanda's chaos magic. I think that was a clip of Wanda attacking Superior Iron Man with chaos magic. Field of view, I'm not sure. I read the patch notes. You can check them out on the website and Reddit. I might have skipped past field of view, but they did add a lot of quality of life features. It says either Monica or Maria Rambeau. I think it's definitely Superior Iron Man. You can literally see the goatee. I ain't buying that it's shadows or a trick. It's literally, I saw the goatee. Ain't nobody gonna tell me that's not a goatee. See, they added water splashes. 1.5 was good, still nowhere near what the game was promised to be at release. Bare bones, adding a barbershop, customized apartment, so he's not satisfied. So realistic that people drive cars without working lights. All right. Little yeah, Wanda's an absolute psycho. I hope somebody puts her down. She's out of her mind. Professor Xavier and all the X-Men going to have to lay down the law. Doctor Strange 2 is going to change the MCU forever. But that's what Loki was supposed to do. So far, it has not. It has not kicked in yet. But I guess Multiverse of Madness is supposed to be the whole thing that shows the effects of Loki. Though it seems mostly to be showing the effects of No Way Home. So we'll have to see. Burn the witch. Literally. Update 1.5 crashing on start with a 3070. Right after stream, you download the game and it crashes on startup every single time. I have verified integrity of files and reinstalled drivers multiple times now. Anyone else experiencing this? Uninstalled, deleted all leftover files, and I'm going to re-download the game, see if it has some leftover mods files I had in there. First try real quick. So patch not going well for everybody so far. What's up, Xander? You sound like Charles. You say I sound like Patrick Stewart? I'll take that. And if I had someone to narrate my life, it would definitely be Morgan Freeman, but Patrick Stewart does have a great voice. Be okay with seeing the original F-cast minus Jessica Alba. I only want to see the original Fantastic cast if it has Jessica Alba. She is fine. Love me some Jessica Alba. See, new patch killed the game. Whatever this new patch did, like 43 gigs killed my game. I tried removing all the mods, but I still get constant TDTs. The game was running fine before this update. 5600X and RTX 3070, so no hard related issues. So it looks like some people are having issues with the new Cyberpunk update, as expected. Haven't seen anything. Had one console player having issues and some PC players. With the new patch, this Mantis arm visual bug from launch still isn't fixed. He can't find an option to upgrade. Patch isn't bad, not really moving the needle. Download 1.5 when you launch on PC says it flatlined. This person is excited after reading the patch notes, which are available at cyberpunk.net, as well as on the front page of the subreddit. Yeah, it looks like PC is having problems. That a PS4 player have issues making the download, but seems like mostly PC problems. Literally unplayable. Meme. This is a meme. So, well, we'll have to see. I'm sure more bugs will come out, but I hope you Cyberpunk fans finally get a functional version of the game. Once again, here are the patch notes. If you want to go to the official subreddit, they've got it right here. That's Cyberpunk Cyberpunk game, and link to the patch notes, cyberpunk.net. Went through some of them as well. Well, I'm still not jumping on the Cyberpunk bandwagon, but once again, I hope you guys that are have a good experience. The game right now is available. The patch went out automatically for most people, but PlayStation 5 users, if you're on their PS4, if you're using a PS4 version, you're gonna have to download the patch. You'll have to download the PS5 version specifically, but otherwise it's available for everybody. It is a free trial. If you are on the fence about Cyberpunk, you can play it for 5 hours, and if you like it, you can buy the full version and your save will transfer over. Don't like it, you can move on, ain't no problems. But Bruce. So far, I've been looking through the subreddit. Not a lot of problems posted so far, but still pretty early. It is a big patch, but we had some PC players reporting that their game is now unplayable after downloading the patch. No complaints so far on PS5 or Series S or X. So we'll have to see as more people get to play it. But I would definitely, if you already own it and you get a free upgrade, I would probably recommend, you can try it if you want. If you haven't, if you're thinking about buying it, I would definitely try the free trial first. 5 hours, see if it actually works, and if it does and you like it, go for it. Otherwise, I would definitely wait, especially as this is a new patch and they do have a history of problems. All right, guys, I'm B. Catch you guys later. I'm going to keep working on some videos. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream a game later, but I should definitely be streaming tomorrow, Avengers, if you're interested in that. I think I'm just going to be making videos the rest of the day, but thank you for watching. This is actually the first time I've ever covered Cyberpunk, and a lot of you came out, so I appreciate it. If you liked it, had fun, consider subscribing to the channel. I have videos coming out every day at this point, and I stream multiple times a week. I'll catch you guys later. I'm Stat the Gamer, signing out.